Greetings gamers everywhere, I'm Swepe92 and I got invited to the closed beta of Palia. Now Palia, if you don't know, is a MMO kind of I wanna say Animal Crossing, but it's not really Animal Crossing, but similar to that. It's not the World of Warcraft, it's not New World, it's not combat. There's hunting, you can hunt animals, that's about it. That's the closest thing you get to any type of combat. The main gist of the game is basically day-to-day affairs and such things. Fishing, harvesting, making crops bigger, better, expanding your land that you live on. So let's get to the meat here. You are a human in a world where humans are quite rare and are extinct, but now they're coming back. That's the gist of the story, at least. You create a character which has a surprisingly a lot of options for some of the things. I wish they had a lot more options for face masks or masks, they just say. I'm thinking like more glass types of glasses and maybe even a full-time mask. But there's no such thing, only one type of glasses. You can also color your hair a bit in different ways, which is a neat thing. Not too many options there, but it's there, so that's a nice option. Now, when you enter into Palia, you get to you get to talk to a bunch of different characters and townsfolk in the little village. And this first area isn't that big, but I did discover the second area, and that is quite big. So all in all, this game is quite large in the map size, and the animations and all that. All of this reminds me very much about Disney Dreamlight Valley, which recently came out as well. Well, sort of recently. Now, as I said, the main gist is expanding and living the life. Basically, it's a casual life sim, if you will. Uh, take a fishing rod, go out fishing. Take your pickaxe, go out mining. Take your axe, go out chopping wood. And then come back, craft stuff, place it in your home, and discover new things. That's the main theme. As for how much this is expanded in the full release later on, we'll just have to wait and see, because the beta right now is, I'm guessing, limited, but how limited, I have no idea. My first impressions of it are quite good, though. I have had no issues, no frame drops. Well, a little bit at the start, but that quickly disappeared. Actually, I have no idea why it was even there from the beginning. I quickly got into the game, and I quickly noticed that there's no real issues with the game so far in the technical perspective, but where the game might be limited in its is what you can do with it. Now, what you can do over time, over the long period of time. Now, speaking of long period of time, the first thing you get is a tent. You get a plot of land, you clear all the, well, most of the things there, and then you get a tent set up, and then your crafting station, and so on, and you develop that plot of land. This land can be expanded into a bigger plot of land, and you can also invite friends and randoms to come and see how you have built your own type of land. So every person has their own plot of land. There's no, oh, I'm gonna buy this land and players can just run through. It's not in the open world, it's your own little corner of the universe or the land. But when you have expanded this or got the land and then you built the tent and also so on, you get, sooner or later you will get the option to expand this into a real house out of wood. And for this you need, of course, materials, mainly wooden planks and stone bricks. Now these wooden planks, you made them out of wood, you make them out of wood, and that takes about 1 minute in the sawmill for each individual plank. and each individual plank needs 1 piece of wood. Fair enough. 1 minute, I need 100 planks, that's 100 minutes. That's quite a lot of time, but there are other things you can do in that time. As for if it works while offline, I think so, but I'm not sure. This is an MMO, so I imagine it does. Now, as I said, it probably works offline, but for stones, those take 2 minutes each and requires 2 stones for 1 stone brick. So put in 100 stone and you get 50 of those, and they take 2 minutes each. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Again, that's 100 minutes, but it takes... I recommend actually building 2 sawmills and 2 smelters later on when you can, because that will save you a lot of time. But anyway, it makes me feel like the crafting time is a little bit too long. You can buy most of the crafting materials actually from the blacksmith, but yeah, that will you'll have to use coins for that. Not in-game currency, mind you. Coins are earned through selling things, like selling fish, selling stone, selling wood, selling whatever you get. You can also catch bugs by using smoke bombs, of all things. All of these bugs comes in different rarities and such, and certain bugs you can actually place them out in your home in their own little habitat to display. This is a nice addition, I think. I do like the options I've seen so far. I like them in how you can create your own little home, your own house. You can place it wherever you want on the plot of land that you have. So it's not fixed, and you can also grow vegetables and such and make food. Now the food gives you what looks like energy, but they don't seem to need this energy to be able to chop wood or mine materials, mine stone and copper and such. I'm not sure if it yields more materials if I have the energy, but okay. I honestly have no idea. Hunting gives you, of course, pelts, antlers, and meat, which is a nice thing to have as well. I do like the amount of things I can do. I was a bit skeptical about the MMO aspect, but I have to say I do like being able to just standing there fishing, another player comes along, we're just standing there fishing, and another player maybe comes along and standing a few feet away. I kind of like it because it makes the world more alive. Even though I know that's an NPC and I know that's a player, the world feels more alive with other players running around. It feels like this is really a village. This is the world that they are creating. Like, humans are coming back, and these people don't know really what humans are skeptical but also interested in us and so on. So having this as an MMO really opens up a lot of that in terms of story. But in the long run, it also makes me skeptical to how they will continue to operate, because I am worried about microtransactions, but we'll just have to wait and see for that, because I have no idea what the price of this game will be, if it's even free to play. Honestly, is it free to play? I don't think it's free to play. Is this on Steam? No, I think it will have its own launcher just like it has in the beta. But if the game will have a starting price, I don't know. It might be free to play. Anyway, the game is... I don't think it has a release date, actually, now I think about it. I was gonna say scheduled for release date this year, but I might be wrong on that. Actually, been a while since I looked up the all the uh, all the information on the game. Anyway, what I do like the look of the game, the graphics and the details and all that. It looks really nice. It's not like it's not gonna win an award for its graphics, but it looks really nice, and I do like what they're going for, and I do like interacting with the villagers so far. And I'm interested to see what what will this develop into? What will come later on? What will the game become when it's released? Right now, it's somewhat bare bones for what it is, but it does have a lot of potential. I'm really glad I got to try out this beta because I was very skeptical to this game after seeing their gameplay reveal they had about a month back or something like that. The gameplay didn't look that great. It didn't look like it would capture me. I didn't have any problems with the gameplay itself, but it looks kind of monotonous and boring. But with the addition of the quests you can do and achievements, well, not achievements, but accomplishments and the characters in the game, I can certainly see myself playing this. As for how much, I mean, I said the same thing about Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I'm still playing that game, but it's not as much as I used to. I have almost 85 hours in Disney Dreamlight Valley, so I mean, that's money well spent anyway, so I don't think that's a problem there. As for how much I could spend in this, well, it's a bit more limiting, but it has a lot to do. You have a lot to do in the game, with what I mean. I'm also interested to unlock the glider, the quest I'm currently on. Well, one of the quests. Though I am confused on how to get leather. I have to be honest. I have no idea how to get leather. I know what leather is made from. I know that you usually use a tanning rack or something like that, but I've seen nothing of the sort. I'm gonna have to try to figure that one out. Anyway, this is Palia, and I am intrigued. And I'm interested to know where this will be heading in the future. This closed beta is limited, but interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. I hope there will be some interesting updates during my time in the beta. I have no idea for how long this beta is, or if it's until the game releases, who knows, maybe. I am interested to see what this will develop into. I've been Swift92, have a great life, and I hope to see you in future videos. Bye bye!